Well, no doubt being a single can be a challenge. And when you're turning 31, about to graduate from the singles ward, things can be especially tough. For Tamara Duricka, a network television producer in New York City, her 31st year proved to be the perfect time to learn how to date.
I used to go into first dates feeling that the stakes were really high. I would think, ugh, this is so much pressure, so stressful. I finally realized, I can just relax. I was 30 years old, and I had just gone through a couple of really tough breakups within that year. Through my desperation, through my devastation, came some motivation. I thought, I really need to go back to the basics. I need to start all over, because apparently I'm not figuring this relationship thing out. A friend had suggested, why don't you just go on 31 dates for your 31st birthday? And I thought, being this producer that I was, there's a project in that. I made sure that I had a set of rules. So it was things that were pretty simple, where it was no drinking, no smoking, no drugs, have to meet in a public place, no married men. All of my dates were $31 or less. When I started the project, I only had 3 dates set up. I really thought that I was going to have to stand on the street and just hand out my business card. I actually even held up a sign at one point that said available on it. Once people started finding out about it, they said, hey, that sounds like fun. I want to do that too. The project really helped me learn how to love people better. I changed the way that I look at life. I changed the way that I look at people. I needed to open my eyes and realize that every person has value, that every person has come to this earth with a different purpose, and I didn't need to look at them and think, what is your purpose for me? And are you the one? Every guy that I went out with wasn't necessarily my Prince Charming, but he was someone else's. So I had to respect him as such. I felt like I got a glimpse of Heavenly Father's true love. I felt like I got just a small inkling of what it's like for him to look at us fully for who we are and embrace who we are. I married my 31st date. In some ways, I kind of expected just to walk into church one day and there would be a guy who would walk in from the back of the chapel, and then I would just know. It didn't work out that way. Instead, God had this way more cool plan than I ever could have come up with. It is way more of a dream come true than I even could have imagined.
Tamara Duricka Johnson and her husband recently celebrated their 3rd wedding anniversary. Her self-written memoir, 31 Dates in 31 Days, is an award-winning book. And in addition to writing about dating and talking with singles about relationships, Tamara is now a dating coach.